very quick message for this morning. Really quick. I'm just going to dive right into it. Listen. The way you speak matters. I know. We live in this age where everyone's like, I can talk how I want. I can say what I want, how I want, when I want. And technically, they're right. They can. You can. But if you want to be taken seriously, if you want to be understood, then how you communicate is just as important as what you're saying. Let's be real. Yelling is not effective communication. I know, it happens. And we should give each other grace sometimes, especially when we're dealing with emotional things, but yelling is not effective communication. Neither is cursing. I know you're grown. I know. I know you're grown. But cursing is not effective communication. We learned in preschool, what? Or if you didn't go to preschool, if you went to kindergarten, what? Don't yell. Don't cuss. Keep your hands to yourself. Because once you start doing those things, all forms of effective communication go out the window. Those aren't effective ways to get your point across, but we still have some adults who try to communicate this way and then act shocked when people don't listen. They say, oh, you're focusing on how I said it and not what I said. But how you say something is part of your message. I can't convince you guys that this is a fundamental truth. If you don't believe me, I don't know what else to say. But just trust me if you can. How you say something is just as important as what you're saying. It's all a part of communication. Tone, body, language, delivery. It will affect how people perceive your words. Stop trying to get around it. No, I shouldn't just focus on the words. You just have to accept your tone, your body language, your volume. All those things will affect how other human beings hear your words. It's a fact. Get over it. It will. You don't get to separate the two. That's not how communication works. It's not how humans work. It's not how our language works. It's just not. So, and it's not just about tone, by the way. It's, there's actual words that we use. We've got slang, we've got idioms, we've got casual language, and I'm all for that. I don't think we all need to be speaking in the utmost eloquent language. No, that's not what I'm saying. And that's we just need to stop pretending that words don't mean certain things. Syntax exists for a reason. If you don't know what syntax is, you are most likely not communicating effectively if you don't understand that. Words exist, word order exists for a reason. If you say, every book has 10 pages, but you only meant this one book, why did you say every? And then when someone calls it out to you, you say, well, you knew what I meant. No, if you meant this book, say this book. It's not nitpicking, it's clarity. If you didn't mean every book, then don't say the word every. It's that simple. Why would I know what you meant if you didn't say that? If you didn't even say what you meant, how am I gonna know what you meant? I'm not. It's not the world's job to decode your message. It's your job to say what you mean and mean what you say. We speak English in the United States, most of us, as a native language. A language with structure, history, and nuance. As with every other language, but I live in the United States, I'm talking about English right now. And yes, you can bend the rules in creative settings, or in settings where you really, 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 really are around other people who know the rules and thus know how to break them. You know that saying, you can only break the rules once you know them. Or like once you know the rules, you can break them. It's like that. Most of you guys are walking around not knowing the rules. You don't know how to diagram sentences. You don't know the definitions of the words that you're using. You don't know syntax. You don't know how the order of words goes. You don't know how to control your emotions. And I'm an emotional person. You'll hear me say that every video. But what I mean by controlling your emotions is you don't understand that when you yell, people are no longer able to focus on the words that you're saying. If you're posted up like this, your communication's gone out the window. So you can bend the rules, you can be emotional, you can do all these things as long as you understand everyday conversation, professional settings, conflict resolution. Clarity will win every time. If you said every book and you only meant this one book, you're being confusing. And that's not my fault. That's on you. So to people who say you're focusing on the how and not the what, understand this. Understand what I'm about to say. If your how is messy, your what gets lost. If how you said it is messy, the words that you're saying will get lost. If your how is messy, your what is lost. If you truly want to be understood, work to be understood. Being understood is a privilege and not a right. We have to work for privileges. Rights, we don't have to work for because it's what we deserve. But if you are not clear, you do not deserve to be understood. You have to work for it. Speak with intention, choose your words, and control your tone. That's how real communication happens. And that's how people take you seriously. Work to be understood. It's frustrating, I know, when the people you love don't understand you. And there's different types of understanding. There's, I just straight up don't get the concept, and so it's not computing in my mind. But then there's the understanding that comes from strictly how we're communicating. If you're using the wrong words, using the wrong definitions, placing words incorrectly within a sentence, you're not clear, and I can't understand you. It's not an attack if someone tells you this. Especially my girls, especially the ones who are entering professional workplaces, especially for people who are often told that you're too emotional, you're too sensitive. Trust me when I say I hold space for that probably more than anybody as an ultra sensitive person. At the end of the day, my sensitivity is my power, and that's where I draw a lot of my feminine power from. So I've gone through having to work to be understood, having to realize I can't yell at someone if I want them to hear what I'm saying. I have to use the correct words if I want you to know what I'm saying. Just remember this, because I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes for everyone. Clarity will win every time. Work to be understood. Being understood is a privilege and not a right. Take accountability for your words and your tone and your body language and your syntax and your diction and the definitions. Know them, trust them, use them with other people when you want to be understood. Your what will be lost if your how is messy. If your how is messy, your what will be lost. And that's not anyone else's fault but your own. And so you have to practice it. If you didn't mean every book, don't say every book. If you don't think all women are this, don't say all women. If you don't think all men are this, don't say all men. This will save you 10,000 headaches in the long run. So just trust me.